So we're gonna finish off with our Smackdown rundown. So he opened up with a promo. Roman wanted to get the match started right there. Rusev was down for it. The referee came in, but Lana said no. Hot. Lana's hot.
Yeah.
And that would be pushed to the main event. Our first match, we had Cameron, who was still doing the lip gloss thing, which is...
The lip gloss be popping.
It's... You're going to get fired so quick. Yeah, I don't care. Cameron, you're going to get fired. You need to come up with something creative.
And wrestle.
Get rid of your girl by boy by thebomb.com bullshit. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And that's why you got beat by my baby, AJ Lee.
I loved it. The Shining Wizard.
The Shining, yes, the Shining Wizard to the face. Lip gloss ain't gonna cover that up, honey. Moving on, we had Adam Rose versus Fandango. Adam Rose actually came out with Summer Rae. Summer Rae was one of the Rosebuds tonight on SmackDown.
Well, she was a Rosebud before. They're friends.
Yeah.
She was the chicken.
She was the chicken. She wasn't the chicken tonight.
Disappointing.
Hell hath no fury like a chicken scored.
Yeah. Thank you, JBL, again. Very short match, but Fandango would... How did he lose? I don't even remember.
The
count out.
Layla, who was out with Fandango, would fight with Summer Rae, who was out with Adam Rose. They'd fight around, blah, blah, blah. Fandango went out to separate them, but ended up getting popped in the nose by one of them. Now for count out, Adam Rose leisurely dropped to his knees and just sat there taking a break.
Yep. He'd get back in and he tried to... He's like, no, the match has to keep going. He'd go to attack Adam Rose, and Rose would hit him with the party foul.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that the whole storyline was happening when Fandango came out with Layla. That was fine. Then Adam Rose music hit. I kind of forgot about the Summer Rae.
I didn't.
And I was like, oh, this match is gonna be really cool.
I didn't expect Summer Rae.
And then I saw Summer Rae, and then.
Yeah, not the best use of Adam Rose's talent.
Yeah.
Or Fandango's, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Fandango would get another spot on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that we actually saw Adam Rose in the ring, at least.
Yeah. Unfortunately, reports are coming out that the character's not really getting over with management. It's not...
Come on, management. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
You're lemons, aren't you?
Just a bunch of bitter little lemons.
Dude, that needs to be an angle then.
That'd be great.
Express movement.
Yeah, like
that would be hilarious. I'd watch that.
Confronting management because they don't like his gimmick. Do things like that.
Bunch of lemons. We'd also get the update that we are getting a rematch between the Usos and the Wyatts for the tag team titles in a 2 out of 3 falls at Battleground.
Yeah, we mentioned a little earlier.
And
this is going to be...
Uso crazy?
Yeah. I
don't like that phrase.
I'm so looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I mean...
It's not often you see 2 out of 3 falls in WWE anymore.
Yeah, and you get this thing, like, we've had the Usos Wyatts on repeat for so long, but somehow they still maintain a way to keep it fresh. You know, like, because a match happens over and over and over again, I get bored, I look away, I know, well, this is so predictable because this happened the week before, so then who's going to win this week, it becomes kind of predictable, but Usos and Wyatts, even if you're kind of able to predict the outcome, the match itself is always...
The match is always good.
Always good, they keep turning it up, they keep adding new things.
I mean...
And with 2 out of 3 falls, man, these guys get a chance to go, and...
For potentially 3 matches.
Yeah. And let's be
honest. They're going to
honest.
steal the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Again.
When you're wrestling fans like us, a lot of matches are predictable.
Yeah, after you've watched wrestling for a while, you learn how to tell when things are going.
But it's the bell to bell that really sells whether a match is worth it or not.
Yeah.
You know, John Cena comes out, we know John Cena's going to win. We don't want him to win, but we know. But he puts on a phenomenal match, and we're okay with him winning.
Yeah.
Or he puts on a terrible match, and this is some bullshit. And, you know?
Yeah. And it happens. The Usos would then go on to face the team of Slater and the Gator. Yeah, Slater and the Gator.
Let's face it, right now, the way I felt about it was the Usos versus team next to be Future Endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Usos won.
Here's a dream
If
I'm
they-
having right now because I didn't realize
Heath
it
Slater had the
until
best
Titus
song.
O'Neil showed up on Raw. How is Titus O'Neil still a thing, but 3MB got broken up so Jinder Mahal
Yeah.
and Drew McIntyre could be released?
Yeah,
Titus O'Neil's on TV and Zack Ryder's not.
that I'm goodbye.
Hey, Thomas, where you going?
I'm leaving. I'm done.
We pissed off. He got so mad he just slammed the door.
And well, you know it happens.
Well, maybe this will make him excited. The Usos destroyed Slater and the Gator, and they actually had a really funny promo at the end.
Oh yeah. So the thing about the promo that really got me. Okay, so
I
it
got
was,
really excited.
that's when they announced that it was 2 out of 3 falls. And the Usos are like, yeah, we've never been in a 2 out of 3 fall match, but here's how it's gonna happen. And they explain, they're like, they're gonna punch right, we're gonna duck left. They're gonna punch left, we're gonna duck right, and then 1, 2, 3. Here are your still your champions, Usos, and like, yeah, clearly you haven't been in the 2 out of 3 falls
Because
match.
they forgot they have to pin him again.
Yeah.
That's gonna be their downfall.
So we may, based on that promo alone, we may see new tag team champions next Sunday at Battleground.
Yeah,
They're gonna forget the rules.
They're gonna win the first fall, and the Wyatts are gonna pin them while they're celebrating, and then while they're complaining about that, because they have no idea what happened, the Wyatts are gonna pin them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite that, though, it was a really funny promo.
It was.
Jay was doing like a fake sports newscaster talking about the match. We're excited about the match.
I'm predicting it right now. It's gonna seal the entire show.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm already guessing it's gonna be Show Stealer or Battleground.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else that's been booked or is starting to be booked that's any better.
I'm gonna even go as far as saying possible match of the year candidate, if they give it enough time.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
We would start to go get into our Orton versus Chris Jericho. Wyatt would come up on the Tron before the match starts and give warnings to Jericho that he needs to be wary and he needs to save himself. Orton would defeat Jericho when the screen warp would happen.
The lights went out.
The Wyatts would not show up like we expected.
Lights came back on.
But it was a distraction. Jericho got caught with an RKO, and Orton would look strong once again. Obviously, we know that Orton wasn't going to lose
going into
going into the
Yeah.
title match. Then we'd go into the Summer Rae versus Layla match, in which
special referee Fandango again with a new
his like bedazzled vest,
V-neck.
V-neck vest referee shirt.
Probably the only referee that can pull that off.
Yeah, really.
At least in WWE.
But in the end, we would have Layla and Summer Rae defeat Fandango.
Yeah, that was
Because they would both beat the hell out of him. He would be heading for the hills, and they would start dancing. With
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, I loved Fandango's thought process during this match. Is Layla tries to attack Summer Rae. I'm gonna hold Layla back. Summer Rae tries to attack Layla. I'm gonna hold Summer Rae back. Wait, now I'm in the center of the ring. I'm gonna gyrate my hips for 30 seconds, and
Yeah,
nothing
which was
bad is
hilarious.
gonna come out of this.
right.
And they just start slapping and just kicking the crap out of him.
Handicap cat fight.
And he kept saying while he was walking up the ramp, he goes, "I made you.
Yeah.
I'm the reason you're relevant." He kept yelling at him, and I think they got the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah. They,
Probably, and
I-
deservedly so, when Summer Rae held her
Two-
hand out,
Yeah, and
Layla accepted.
and they started dancing together. It was fun. It was cute. It was sexy, and Fandango was left all alone.
He's
Yeah.
gonna come out with Summer Rae, you watch. Not Summer Rae. Eva Marie. Cut
Oh,
that out.
God.
Cut that out. He's gonna come out with Eva Marie, you watch.
Oh,
I predicted that like
God.
2 episodes ago.
That- Honestly, I think that would be brilliant.
yeah.
If they want to get him over his heel,
It would.
and the fact that Eve Marie can't do shit,
Yeah.
that would be brilliant. I'd be
Them
okay
have
with
some
that.
Tag team matches. WWE breaks some boundaries.
Not gonna happen.
No.
Then we would have a one-on-one match. We've been having the feud between Ryback Axel and Dust to Dust. We have Gold Dust defeat Curtis Axel.
It's a great match between some
Yeah.
second generation.
Surprising that it was Goldust and not Stardust, but given what happened, made sense.
Yeah.
Stardust drawing attention to himself during the match.
Yeah.
Yes. He which I feel like this is my personal idea about the storyline. At first we weren't sure how long Stardust was going to be around, and I feel like he's using this as a look at me, I can get over doing the same thing that my brother's doing. He's not popular, it's the character. Anyone can be that character. That doesn't make you good.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's going to try and prove himself to Goldust in that way, and he's trying to bring all the attention on himself. But they do have really great chemistry with these characters.
Yeah, it's phenomenal chemistry, you know, and it's one of those things where I heard at first it was supposed to be a short-lived thing to end up running a Cody Goldust match at SummerSlam, but got over so phenomenally well that WWE management is letting it run out longer.
Yeah. And with how close SummerSlam is, we could, I mean, if this is leading to a Cody versus Goldust storyline, we could see a great showcase between them at WrestleMania 31.
I'm hoping they get that WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Because both of those guys have been pulling for that match for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, ever since Goldust was like coming back into the fold, I mean, it'd be phenomenal. They have great chemistry as a team. I'm sure they put on a great match.
But what I'm looking for at SummerSlam right now is Stardust and Goldust versus my predicted winners of the 2 out of 3 falls to the Wyatts.
Bizarre versus Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
is Bizarre a thing?
Because we're gonna Goldust and Dust to Dust.
We're gonna have a competition to see who can be the bizarreist.
Yeah. I think Goldust and Stardust would take that.
But again, I think, you know, it just adds another dynamic.
Yeah.
If you could have those teams facing off over the tag team championships at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep my fingers crossed.
We'd move on in the inspirational streak for Bo Dallas. He would go into a handicap match against Diego and El Torito. Fernando is still out with an injury,
Apparently.
and Torito wasn't even in the match.
Yeah, never got
He
tagged in.
just beat Diego. That's
That
all he did.
disappointed me.
I mean, him and Torito on Raw was funny,
Yeah.
and they could have done more with that. But
then
really,
he married him in by his head
yeah,
into
just,
the ring.
and then
Running Bodog again.
and then he felt bad, and then I tried to pick him up, and then he had him up, and then he gave him the running bulldog again.
Which I still think looks funny.
Yeah.
Torito.
And so Bo Dallas, who actually I feel like is now getting over as a heel,
Yeah. Well,
kind of.
now he's
but
beating up a midget.
well, here's the thing.
True.
He finally hit a point where I was like, okay, he's gonna get heel points for this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good because he did a right heel promo at the beginning, and then the crowd started cheering. We believe.
Yeah.
No.
Here's the problem nowadays. WWE fans are getting really, really recognized for being opinionated.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I think is kind of cool, like, draws away is the WWE fans, wrestling fans in general, will chant anything these days.
Yeah.
CM Punk,
Which
which hasn't been on WWE for a while.
yeah, where's WWE? You're dropping the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's that
yeah.
CM Punk guy? He hasn't
Right.
been on TV
Come on.
since January.
Yeah, he hasn't been used since the Royal Rumble. What's wrong?
Yeah, honestly.
If you guys have any theories, post in the comments, please.
So yeah, Bo Dallas is now 14 and Bo.
Okay.
And
but,
I love every second of it.
Yeah, but the crowd chanting thing, it's a tangent I've wanted to bring up for a little while, but haven't. Here's the thing, wrestling fans, and this goes to all 3 of us, because I'm guilty of it, we're all guilty of it. Don't cheer the heels. I love heels, you love heels, you love heels. If you love heels, boo them. If you like faces, cheer them. If you don't like a person, don't make noise.
This is a note to all you Cena haters out there. We're not the biggest fans of Cena, but we understand he's doing things the way he does them because
It works.
it works for
Cena
him.
gets the biggest
If
reaction.
you do not want Cena on television, shut up.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Don't comment. Don't post videos. Don't post rants.
Right.
Don't post anything. Don't say anything at the shows. If he doesn't get a reaction, he'll get taken off the TV.
Yeah.
If he gets a reaction, guess what? He's selling. He's
Yeah.
He's causing things to happen. He's going to continuously be put on TV. I don't have an issue with John Cena being on TV because I know what he does.
Yeah.
Some of his shit pisses me off. I boo Cena at shows because it's fun.
Yeah.
And guess what? I won't buy a Cena Sucks shirt because that's still money in Cena's pocket.
Yeah.
That's still Cena merchandise regardless if it's anti-Cena or not.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck Jack Swagger.
Yeah. So.
I love you, Cherry. That's what I
Yeah.
comment the entire time.
So, you know, boo the heels.
It's the
cheer
only
the
reason.
faces.
The only reason I'll ever buy John Cena merchandise is for Pretty Women. Just saying.
John Cena cake.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
But yeah.
I went and saw 12 rounds.
John Cena cake.
Moving on, we get a couple updates going into Raw. The Authority will make their return.
Woo!
Triple H and Stephanie will be on Monday Night Raw going into Battleground.
I love
So
Stephanie.
it'll be interesting to see what we get on the Go Home show to Battleground. And we also have a 6-person tag match where John Cena, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns will take on Rollins, Orton, and Kane. Obviously, it's going to be the main event match.
Bet you're not laughing so much about those Cena's the third member of the Shield jokes now. It's happening.
Yeah. You know why? Because you said it. We go into our main event of Raw, or not Raw, SmackDown, sorry. We have Rusev versus Reigns.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was really impressed.
Yeah, Rusev, you know, obviously we're not the biggest fans of him all the time. He looks boring. But Reigns put him over.
Oh, yeah.
Reigns made him look like a champion.
Yeah.
This, you know, following the match with RVD on Raw, this is making Rusev look strong, and I think they have to do the same with Jack Swagger now. They have to make Jack Swagger look like
Yeah.
he can do, because Jack Swagger's not on a winning streak of any kind.
Yeah. Raw, Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger needs a decent win on Raw.
Next SmackDown, he's going to make Roman Reigns tap out.
Not gonna happen.
The Patriot Lock.
Yeah. But Reigns, we get the win via disqualification when Randy Orton came out and hung him up on the ropes. He'd go in and he'd hit Reigns with the RKO and would leave Orton looking stronger over Reigns. Obviously, they're trying to get that, like, everyone's kind of getting over on the other person in the match.
Yeah.
Who can top who the most?
Yeah, going into the Fatal 4-Way, which should be interesting. Which, by the way, look forward to this coming week. We'll be doing our Battleground prediction show. Now, this has been a topic of controversy since it happened, still being talked about.
Controversy is that it happened.
Yes, the fact that it happened. But everyone is trying, you know, obviously no one wanted it to happen, but everyone's been giving certain reasons why so-and-so should have ended the Undertaker's streak. And we're going to start doing that, and Kevin is going to give you his first top 5 reasons why so-and-so should have defeated the Undertaker's undefeated streak.
Yeah, let's face it, shouldn't have been Lesnar. And if it would have been Lesnar, it shouldn't have been now. We've already gone over this in the first episode.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give my choice on who I should have ended the streak. We're going to come up with the top 5 reasons why this person should have ended the streak. Instead of Brock Lesnar, kind of giving a back and forth opinion on, our top 5.
And for those of you watching, we have no idea who he's picked.
Yeah, completely off the top of my head. Could be fun, could be terrible. And we also want to know your opinions. Who you think should have ended the streak. No fighting, though. I hate when people fight on YouTube comments.
Have a discussion.
Some decorum, please.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll have some bad news for you because I'm going to ban your ass from this channel.
Alright, so this week, the top 5 reasons why, and I think this is one a lot of people agree with, why Shawn Michaels should have ended the streak. My reason number 1 being, everyone nowadays is doing trilogies. I would have loved to see Shawn Michaels Undertaker 3.
Yes.
So is that your first reason?
Yeah. Reason number 3. It could have happened in one of their first 2 matches. I still would have been okay with that. But I think having that trilogy, having that third time's the charm, having that, that kind of a thing to happen, and giving us an extra opportunity to see what sort of WrestleMania magic Undertaker and Shawn Michaels could have come up with. Saying that, Undertaker could still go at WrestleMania 27. And I feel like, not to take away any importance from Triple H, but I feel like some of Undertaker's last good juice was left in those matches with Triple H, which weren't the greatest showings for Undertaker. So I think maybe we should have gone back in time a little bit and seen Taker go out while he was still on top of his game, putting out those great Mania moments with Shawn. So, I think Taker's Michael 3 is where we should have had the finale.
Reason number 2 is Shawn Michaels. He's Mr. WrestleMania. If there was
They made him the event after.
If there was any if there was anyone synonymous with WrestleMania other than The Undertaker, it was Shawn Michaels. Why not have the man who always delivers at WrestleMania? Whether it's against Chris Jericho, whether it's against Vince McMahon, whether it's against... It doesn't matter who he's against. John Cena at WrestleMania 23 was an awesome match.
Almost an hour long.
Yeah.
And we were entertained.
Ric Flair the next year at 24 was gold. It's always good. And granted, I wouldn't have necessarily wanted to see the trilogy myself, because as much as I liked Taker HBK 2, it didn't hold a candle to Taker HBK 1. WrestleMania 25.
It did do something that lottery matches don't do nowadays, and it built on things that happened in the first match.
True, and I'll say the storyline leading up to it, like the desperation of Shawn wanting to prove himself again and go against The Undertaker, was a great storyline. But if they would have had that epic match that they did at WrestleMania 25, where they tore down the roof of that building, I, as scared as I was through that match, that right there speaks volumes. I've never been scared of the streak being broken, except at WrestleMania 25. WrestleMania 25, I was like, oh my god, Shawn Michaels could end the streak. And as much as I would have hated to see the streak broken, I would have been okay with Shawn Michaels, because he's Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Reason number 3. We'd still possibly have Shawn Michaels in WWE.
Yeah?
The Mania, the second match, Taker HBK 2, if I don't win, I'm leaving WWE.
Yeah, we were actually fortunate enough to see that Monday Night Raw segment when we were at that Raw when Shawn Michaels put his career on the line against The Undertaker.
So strictly for the fact, not even Undertaker related, if Shawn would have broken the streak, we'd still have the showstopper on Monday Night Raw. Possibly. I mean, at least for a little while longer.
Well, at least, like, Triple H could have retired it.
I would.
And that would have been cool.
Somebody else could have retired Shawn Michaels.
That's really good.
Thomas?
All right.
Okay. Reason number 4. Because Taker still had a few years in him, and he would have been able to prove to everyone that he is more than the streak, that he can go out at WrestleMania and still deliver, streak intact or not.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
That was one of the things, man. I mean, Taker, really hasn't shown a lot of anything since after WrestleMania 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the last little bit of like...
We had some stuff going on with him and Kane feuding for a minute. But yeah, after that first Triple H match where he ended up getting carted out of the arena, we've seen pretty much the saddest Undertaker we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Which is, not to say that it's not to be expected that you have such a long career. But, it's true.
But, then it wouldn't have been Triple H trying to beat the streak twice. Those 2 last good WrestleManias that he had And 3, because CM Punk Taker was a great,
Yeah.
awesome match too. Those matches wouldn't have been for the streak. Those would have been matches where The Undertaker is proving himself as more than a streak.
See, and what they could have even kept the storyline where Triple H is like, you know what, if Shawn can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
They could have had Triple H have those matches and try and prove that he is just as good as his best friend and try and beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania also.
Yeah.
But Shawn would always have that, I was the one that broke the streak.
Yeah.
And they could have done the same thing with CM Punk because, you know, even though Undertaker wasn't going at the same speed that he normally was, CM Punk still gave him a great match.
Yeah.
That one had a really good build up to it too.
Yeah. So
My last reason, a lot of people always in the opinion of once the streak is broken, we're probably not going to see a lot of Undertaker, if any more of Undertaker in the wrestling sense, is the way a lot of people feel about it. So per se, maybe 25, that epic match they had, the first one. You know, I think maybe giving credit where credit's due a little sooner, if Taker were to step down, a Hall of Fame induction. You know, the DVD release of the full story of Undertaker's career. This kind of, the other side of the Undertaker that we've been waiting to see for a long time. You know, had Michaels beaten him at 25, 26, we would have got that a long time ago. We're still waiting. Come on, guys.
But now, unfortunately, it's going to have that blemish where he's got to talk about how he lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, you know, no matter who it was or who it could have been or who it would have been, you know, I think it could be a highlight
Yeah.
for somebody to say, "Oh, I love my last match was against Shawn Michaels."
Yeah,
I mean,
now he's expected to explain why Brock Lesnar. Had it been Shawn Michaels, that wouldn't be a question. It wouldn't be, why did you pick Shawn Michaels? Maybe in a, like, oh, why Shawn Michaels above other main eventers? But why Brock Lesnar over everyone who came before him?
I mean, honestly, some other answers who we might have and who we think should have beaten the streak. You know, a Triple H, a CM Punk, a John Cena, a Randy Orton, a Bad News Barrett. You know, even going off on tangents and goofy things, why Mick Foley could have done it, why Kane could have done it, why David Arquette should have done it, you know.
We'll get in more in depth with a lot of these guys.
Brock
in later
Lesnar
episodes.
was very low on all of our lists.
Okay.
Unless you have circa 2002 Brock Lesnar.
I was just gonna say, 2014 Brock Lesnar was a horrible choice. 2002 to 2003 Brock Lesnar, I would have been okay with because it would have made sense. He was relevant. He was strong. He was better looking physically in the ring.
And the streak didn't mean as much at that point either.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, it wasn't held up to standards like Shawn Michaels.
Right.
It would have been like a 14-0 rather
Yeah.
than a 21.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. And, you know, it would have been, you know, still, oh, the Taker streak was broken, but it wouldn't be like, oh, Brock Lesnar broke the greatest streak in professional sports ever.
Yeah. So, obviously, that's 5 reasons why the Undertaker's streak should have been broken by Shawn Michaels. I'm sure there's
so
plenty
many
more. And if you have more, post them in the comments section down below.
Bonus reason.
Oh.
Easter egg.
Uh-oh. Secret number 6.
Nicknames. Shawn Michaels loves nicknames. And if he could come up with a clever nickname, you know, along with the main event, the showstopper, you know, Mr. WrestleMania, the conqueror of the streak, you know, having something like that, he could, you know...
He'd be the streak break kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I sang that.
Oh, yeah. That just came off the top of the dome. But that's, okay, you got a bonus for the very first episode. You got 6 reasons why Shawn Michaels should have beat the Undertaker streak. If you've got more than the top 6 that we just talked about, post them in the comments down below. If you've got reasons why our reasons were bad reasons,
You're wrong.
You're probably wrong, but
you're
post
probably
them in the
wrong.
comments below.
But post in the
regardless.
comments below. If you have suggestions of people who you think should have defeated the Undertaker at WrestleMania and broke the Undertaker's undefeated streak, post them in the comments down below, and we might talk about them in future episodes of the Wrestling Rundown.
Yeah, you know, and if you argue with my reasons, his reasons, why Shawn should have done it, post in the comments. I dare you.
Yeah.
You're probably
That's
way
challenge.
off. You're probably way off. But keep it civil, like we said. Discussions, not arguments.
Yeah. Just keep it civil down there. Just have fun. Have fun with the comments. Just interact with other wrestling fans. That's what this show is for. We want you guys out there to talk wrestling with us.
Yeah,
discuss wrestling.
We want fans to talk wrestling.
Exactly. That's what we're all about. Is fans talking wrestling.
We don't mean to sound like nagging natties, but yes, if you do get out of hand, if you do create problems, we will suspend you from posting comments.
And
or
you're
whatever.
never first because we were first.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the first thing, I actually don't have a problem with the first thing, but what he said.
I have a problem with everyone doing it after like a couple hundred comments and someone goes on first. No, you're fucking not.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
And let's
First to be dumb.
Let's be real. Jordan, you're first. Yeah, so last week we talked about the unfortunate arrest and release and reinstatement of Emma. This week we've got a little bit more of a strange and comical story in the Divas world of WWE. Now, I want to read the headline and let it sink in for a second. Pennsylvania prisoner tries to sue Natalia for $250,000.
Somebody who's in prison already.
Think about that. Thought about it? Check this out. Christopher Donnelly, a prisoner in the state of Pennsylvania, recently filed a lawsuit against WWE and Natalia. Donnelly actually made a several-page handwritten filing and alleged that Natalia is an evil dominatrix that abused him mentally, physically, and psychologically, emotionally, from 2005 until 2009. Donnelly alleged that Natalia aborted his child, beat him numerous times at hotels across the country, used obscenities such as, "This is my dungeon, you little bitch," and other naughty acts, according to the complaint. This man claimed that Natalia also forced him to prostitute himself. He said he wanted $250,000 in damages for mental and psychological trauma, spelling psychological wrong in the filing itself. If he didn't receive the $250,000 through the lawsuit, he threatened to take the complaint to higher courts and the media. Today is July 11th. On July 7th, a judge in Florida wrote that the filing was filed with delusional language and went on to dismiss the lawsuit on several grounds. Gee, I wonder why.
I'm gonna be honest. Natalia is probably way too busy for any of that crap anyways.
Yeah. 2005, 2009?
Fetish dungeons, that's kind of like
That's like a lifestyle.
That's time consuming.
Yeah, that's not something you can
And
do as a hobby.
When she's out of one arena, she's got to be driving to the next one right away.
And she's driving with other people.
Yeah.
Probably Tyson Kidd.
Right.
Yeah, the guy who she's dating, married.
Dating at the time. Obviously, they just recently got married. Yeah.
Please, this is my plea for you, Daddy. Please record a Vine.
Or an Instagram
video, or a YouTube clip, or whatever. Send it to my email.
Post it on your Twitter.
Down there.
Natty by Nature, by the way.
Yeah.
Natty by Nature.
Send it to my email or the email of the show or something, because we think it'd be hilarious if we could feature in the future a video clip of Natty actually phrasing, "This is my dungeon, you little bitch."
Please, Natty. I'm gonna make that a bucket list. If I can hear Natalia Neidhart say, "This is my dungeon, you little bitch," I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I think it'd be great. It'd be hilarious.
You seem like such a sweetheart. This seems like such a stretch of anybody's imagination that could actually be a thing.
Yeah.
But kudos to that guy for coming up with a good story.
Yeah. I guess he had to entertain himself somehow in prison.
Yeah. How long was he in prison for, I wonder?
He's still in prison.
Yeah. I was just thinking, what if he was in prison during that time? What if he's like...
That probably would have been on the report, I think.
Yeah. Alright, with that goofy story out of the way, we thought we'd end on a lighthearted note.
Yeah. So, post comments about that if you want.
Click all these buttons down here,
Have
except
fun
for the
with-
thumbs
yeah.
down one.
Yeah. Click the like, subscribe, favorite, share us, watch us on YouTube, watch our past episodes. We want to thank you guys for watching this edition of the Wrestling Rundown. For us, your hosts, Travis Colt, Thomas Wolf, and Kevin Hawk, we want to thank you, and we'll see you next week.